Chat, have you been playing Oblivion? Oblivion Remastered, to be specific. Have you been enjoying it? Is it a truthful remaster? Is it a good remaster? Did you play the original Oblivion? Playing it right now? What's up? Do you enjoy it? Is it good? Would it be okay to be one of my first Elder Scrolls games? I mean, I did technically play Skyrim, but not much. I played like, I don't know, 5-10 hours of Skyrim, right? Would it make sense for me to play Oblivion Remastered and then go back to Skyrim? I mean, it is Elder Scrolls 4, and then it's Elder Scrolls 5. Either way, I play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, I heard about Elder Scrolls Online. Actually, I played that a little bit. It's crazy how authentic it is, but fresh. I've seen the reveal of it, and it looked great. It looked so great. Can't play it since I'm still on last gen console. Man, that sucks. Either way, so apparently the Actman was wrong about Oblivion Remastered, which would that mean he thought it was a bad game? I don't know, let's find out.
Todd Howard has done it again. Instead of re-releasing Skyrim for the 8th time, he went back to Oblivion and said, you know what?
What
I
a
like
giga
that
chat.
one. Let's do that again.
These are the closing days of the
Bro, the fact that they released it in the year where the Sky Oblivion thing was supposed to come out is crazy. But at least the entire Sky Oblivion team got 3 copies of the remastered.
third era and the final hours
It looks so
of my
good.
life.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking god!
Absolute cinema!
Yes, I'm home. I'm alive. This is a miracle. I'm awake. I'm wide awake.
The Oblivion Remaster just came out. I put about 10 hours into it, and this is as close to perfection as a remaster
I'm in the
can
way.
be. I've never been more happy
No
to say
longer.
I was wrong about something. You see, a few days ago, I recorded a video titled, Why Oblivion Can't Be Remade. And in it, I was going to talk about how it's just not possible to recreate this same type of magic in a remaster or a remake.
I can't speak to you right now.
I don't know how you would do that, but all I know is that it's just not possible. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's more than just possible. It is reality. So I thought it would be interesting to go through what I say prior to the Oblivion Remaster coming out and see just what I was smoking only 4 days ago. New fentanyl just dropped, bro. It's lethal. Just to avoid confusion, I'll put a picture of the adoring fan up on the old commentary I recorded where I was wrong. I'm just gonna come out and say it,
Fair
folks.
enough.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion can't be remade. You cannot capture lightning in a bottle twice.
Jeff, what do you think about Adoring Fan? Like, about his remixes? This is the old one still. I think they did a good job on him. Like, I hope he's gonna show him, like, after. But I think the new one looks pretty good still. Looks like from Shrek, yeah.
If you win the lottery, you're not winning it again. And before you push your glasses up the brim of your nose and say, Actman, you can remake Oblivion because that's what they're doing. You can... Yes, I know this game literally can be remade, but I don't think it's possible to recapture everything that...
It's interesting that he tried to make a video on it, like, as he said, like, at that point it was 4 days ago, and he probably hasn't played it at that point, which is... Why would you try to make a video on it when the game is literally out? Play it first, and then make a video. I mean, to be fair, he did now realize that he was wrong, as he's saying. But still, like, I don't know. I mean, he caught himself on the track, so good on him.
made Oblivion what it was. And what it was is one of the funniest video games ever made.
Yes, we must kill that foul Nord before he slits our throats.
So many people dead. I just don't know who to trust.
I could sit here for the next 3 hours just playing clip after clip of hilarious, unfiltered Oblivion moments that just...
Oh my god, I've been thinking about trying Oblivion Remastered, like on stream. I'm just not sure because it is a time commitment, right? And I just like I'm already not playing that many games, so I just yeah, you know, that's just me issue.
happen naturally.
You should do it. I don't know, maybe. Oh my god.
I hate my life.
Oblivion's goofy-ass AI is capable of cooking up the most unintentionally comedic genius moments you've ever seen.
Stop! You violated,
You violated the law.
Pay the... Then pay with your blood!
Bye! I really hope since, and I guess it's low-key foreshadowing, right? Since he says he was wrong about his initial opinion, I really hope that the same dumbest interactions are still in.
I have literally spent days of my life watching the AI in this game in clips on YouTube like a scientist observing a newly discovered species. And yes, I haven't felt the touch of a woman in years, but I don't need to. That's gay. You can't remake Oblivion
True!
in the same way that not even Tommy Wiseau could recreate the magic of the room.
Yeah, that
Look at how wrong I am. This statement aged like pure milk. You can't recreate the magic of the room? Well, that's exactly what Bethesda and Virtuous have done.
Break the law on my watch, will you? I'll be confiscating your stolen goods.
I had honestly thought
nice. You think they put them in intentionally to work like this now, or
My watch, will you? I'll be confiscating your stolen goods.
I had honestly thought
Is
with
that
everything
Rima?
Bethesda had been going through the last decade, between Starfield being a disappointment, Fallout 76 being a disaster, not hearing or seeing anything new about Elder Scrolls 6
Oh, yeah.
for 6 years.
What's that
I
about?
thought Bethesda was kind of cooked. But imagine my surprise when I'm not even out of the tutorial and I'm encountering some classic Oblivion jank.
I accept your surrender. I
I yield.
accept your surrender.
What do you mean you accept?
I'll let you live this time, Kirk.
What? What?
Did you hear
What?
You never know what the fuck is gonna happen in the crazy world of Oblivion. This video is sponsored by
Remember the Bethesda devs didn't handle the remaster? Fair enough.
Once Human. This popular PC
Oh,
title has
are
just
people
dropped
still
on
playing
the
that?
mobile devices, and with over
Oh.
125,000 reviews, Once Human has earned its mostly positive reception.
Yeah, sure, but are people still playing
A
it?
free-to-play open-world experience set in a grotesque post-apocalyptic
It's free,
world.
right?
Enjoy PvE or PvP combat
I don't
as you
remember.
explore the world for treasure, weapon blueprints, and of course, better gear. Improve not only
Yeah?
your skills, but your equipment
Okay.
so you can tackle tougher and tougher bosses. And just look at these production values. The world of Once Human is gorgeous and stunning. The game might be free to play, but I'd pay for these views. And sorry to the whales,
Okay,
but
bro.
you can't pay to win, because any and all purchases
No.
are cosmetic only. Once
How
Human
do they
has
do
this
sponsorships
revolutionary
then?
concept of playing the game to get stronger and better at it. If you enjoy this sort of Lovecraftian...
No, I'm stupid. Like, obviously Raid Shadow Legends does sponsorships. But, like, they are, like, you can pay in-game. But, like, still, like, huh?
aesthetic and open world survival games, then Once Human is the game for you. Download and play it for free using the link in the description, and if you do, I'll hook you up with some exclusive rewards to
But
get
it was
your
a decent
journey
game?
started. Thank
I
you,
don't
Once Human,
know,
for
maybe.
sponsoring this video.
I've tried
Now
it.
for something completely different.
You see, movies like The Room or Samurai Cop,
Okay, it's the
games
old,
like
like,
Smash
4
Brothers
days ago one.
Melee, Halo 2, and Oblivion are created in part by what I like to call Happy accidents. Imagine if a new FPS title tried to recreate the BXR and button combos from Halo 2. You just can't. It'd be a cheap imitation. It's not possible. Even if Nintendo wanted to, and make no mistake,
Like,
they fucking...
He does have a point to a sense that on paper, it shouldn't be possible to recreate the jankiness that Oblivion was. Like, the shitty voice acting, the literal jankiness, the bugs, and yet here we are, and they did it. Like, on paper, I can agree, like, it's literally a happy accident. It's like all the bugs and all how it's working. It's insane how they did it, though. Like, hats up for them, man.
Don't. It'd be impossible
Yeah,
for
man,
them
let's
to make
do
a new
it.
Smash Brothers with the same movement, wave dashing, exploits, and movement tech of Melee. Happy accidents are what they are, and attempting to recreate them is impossible because they were accidents. Such is Oblivion. It's remarkable how wrong one man can be. What they've managed to do with this remaster is so bizarre that I didn't even really consider that they could pull it off. It's branded as a remaster because it's running on the same engine, the one with the hilarious Radiant AI.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Take care.
Take care.
And I don't even fully understand how this works, but Oblivion Remaster is also running on like Unreal Engine 5, but just for the visuals.
Bro, when they first did this! Bro, when they did this in the freaking trailer or whatever, the reveal,
Also
man!
running on like Unreal Engine 5,
Like,
but just for the
bro!
visuals, graphics, and texture models. Programmers in chat, how the fuck does that work? How can two engines run a single game at the same time? This is the perfect way to handle the Oblivion Remaster because they get the best of both worlds. They can modernize the visuals while keeping the gameplay and the NPC behavior mostly the same.
I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time.
Honestly, hats up or hats down, like, I don't know how you say that. Like, good job, Todd. Like, the Mad Lad did it. Like, hats off, yeah. As an amateur programmer, I can tell you Todd broke the laws of physics. Jesus. Obviously more technical than I could get into, but they have the original engine act as the brains for AI, physics, etc. UE5 was used for graphics. Interesting.
Fine. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that
So
old
interesting.
charm.
We're here to help. Farewell, citizen.
You've seen remakes and remasters take a few too many creative liberties, and that's a really hard balance to strike when you're trying to please an existing fan base, but also modernize an old classic so it can appeal to newer, younger generations. But judging from the leaked screenshots, it seems Oblivion Remastered is going to be on a totally new engine. And as any computer programmer will tell you in the comments down below, well, it's incredibly easy to simply copy a game from one engine and paste it into another engine.
I wouldn't know.
That's how it works, right? The engine in my 95
I wouldn't
Honda
know.
Civic could power pretty much any Bugatti.
I have no
One
idea.
has to ask the question, if you're remaking Oblivion, how do you recapture that same level of comedy? Is it even possible? Do you even attempt to? If it's on a completely different engine...
Do we know how many years they worked on it? Like, did they say? Like, how many years they worked on Oblivion Remaster?
Then how the fuck does that work? You would have to retool everything.
4 years?
And
Damn.
reprogram
Not that long.
the jank. So, like, in a literal sense, on a brand new engine, Oblivion can't be remade. This, I feel, is still a true statement. Oblivion could not have been remade on a new engine. And that's why they didn't. I honestly didn't
That's why they
expect
used the old
Bethesda
one.
and virtuous to have such a deep understanding of why Oblivion is so great. But they must have been asking these questions behind the scenes when they were developing.
Yeah.
But the solution they came
yeah.
up with is perfect. It's easier to create a fucking monstrosity than it is to make a character that looks somewhat normal. And how would that even work? If they're making a new Oblivion, you wouldn't want the character creator to look like fucking dog shit, right? But that's also part of the charm. How are you gonna recreate this character creator? Like this? Jesus. The new character creator is another
Beautiful.
example of something I
Oh
didn't
my
expect
god,
them
the
to pull off.
chin.
Here, do you want to see my face?
Oh my.
No, you don't
Oh
want to see
my god.
Look, he's
it's
always
face.
smiling.
Oh
It's a face a
my
mother should have
god.
swallowed.
What?
It is an improvement over the original, because not only can you create the horrific monstrosities that we all know and love,
JD
you can actually
Vance!
create characters that look like real humans. In Oblivion, this fucking cat, like look at the teeth, but the detail is so good. But then you also have like look at Mehrunes Dagon. Holy shit. Bethesda was on such a different plane of existence that they included bad takes of dialogue in the final game.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
Is this the one where she says, no, I gotta read this again. Can I do this again or something?
Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
There it is! I love it that they just kept that in!
Game.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University.
They thought of everything because these fucked up lines are in the remaster.
Oh my god!
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University.
They just left
know,
it!
Bro, they know! Now,
They
here's
just
another
left
point.
it
Remakes
in!
are extremely popular these days. What, with Dead Space, Final Fantasy
Oh my
7,
god, the
Resident
just left it
4,
in!
They got fucked.
What do you mean? Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Thank you for the 2 months. Maybe they should have called this remaster Oblivion. Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
Fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Remakes are hotter than Sabrina Carpenter right now. And you have to approach this from the business perspective, right? Most gamers who have already played Oblivion would want to play a remake that makes Oblivion feel brand new. I don't know if you've played an Elder Scrolls game or a Bethesda title, but most fans tend to put like hundreds of hours into that shit. And once you do that, like, you've seen everything the game has to offer. So some slight graphical update, like, what Oblivion fan is really gonna give a shit? Yet another thing I was incorrect about, and this is why it's so important that they made genuine improvements to the combat. Whereas in the original, you would just kind of slice at people and they wouldn't really react all that often. But now they have new jank where you hit someone and they... And although it's like funny
they just direct all?
it makes your weapons feel like they have real impact. They've also changed a lot of the attack combinations. Like, I just discovered there's like a 3-hit attack with this sword. This not only allows old players like myself to feel like the game is fresh and new, but it
the animations
feels
are really good.
like a new Elder Scrolls for people who haven't played Oblivion. And they also redid pretty much every animation. So the game feels different, but also familiar. It plays like a brand new title, but also something really old and outdated. Nostalgia alone is not going to sell people on a game that they've never played. Man, how bad do
The bow combat was the optional original, now one of the best in Remastered.
Those Gen Z kids have it, though. These poor bastards didn't grow up with a real childhood. They didn't grow up with Oblivion. And now they can. Now they can. With Oblivion. That's the thing. Regardless of my nostalgia for Oblivion, it's pretty obvious that
no, I want to play it. Yeah, same.
Nowadays probably aren't going to be as interested in playing a game, you know, where the characters look like their faces have been burned. Like they've never put on sunscreen in their life and they just live outside homeless. Oblivion has the type of video game jank that is somehow entirely predictable, but totally chaotic at the same time. Some of the funniest Oblivion clips you'll see
Some
online
Game Pass?
come from people
Oh,
who
I don't have
understand
Game
how
Pass.
the AI works and therefore how to exploit it.
By the face. What is even? What? What the fuck? What? What is happening?
Are you confused?
This is the type of shit I'm talking about. when
Yes,
say
I
you
am!
can't remake Oblivion. At least not in the way that it was. You can't deliver on this type of unintentional comedy. It's so Jover for me. I've never been more wrong. People are literally remaking viral clips. Like Bacon,
What?
one of my favorite channels. And also Elder Murr. If you love this type of Oblivion sense of humor, check these guys out and make sure you subscribe to them. Not to mention, how the fuck are they gonna handle the voice acting, right? If this is a remake, you know, voice actors aren't something you can just easily replace. And it turns out they didn't replace voice actors.
Yeah, they just keep
added
the same.
a few new ones.
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
One of my favorite comments on an Oblivion video is,
Stop!
It
You
was a
violated
bold
the law.
decision for Bethesda to hire exactly 3 voice actors for this game.
Oh, hello. How are you today? I've been better. How about you? I've been better.
So far, they've only replaced the voices for some of the, you know, kind of like throwaway NPCs, but they haven't replaced like Wes Johnson's performance of the Gray Fox or Lucien LeChance, or obviously Sheo Gorath. Every aspect of this remake is just the best of both worlds. I want things to change, but I also don't want things to change at all. Yeah, they delivered on that. Incredibly unreasonable expectations.
That's what I did.
of mine. Yeah, see, my big worry was that they would redo the voice acting, which would kill a lot of the enjoyment.
But it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed. Run when you can!
And they haven't. They've simply added on and diversified what was already there. Now, one thing that really separated Oblivion from a lot of other RPGs at the time was this thing called Radiant AI. Bethesda abandoned the Radiant AI when they made Skyrim. That's because what the Radiant AI did has been iterated and improved upon countless times in other games since Oblivion came out. So naturally, it just seems outdated as fuck by today's comparisons. I don't care what you say, I don't care how much you think Oblivion has aged poorly, Radiant AI has been one of the most revolutionary innovations in the entire RPG genre. The idea that NPCs will have their own internal schedule tied to the game's clock,
it makes it feel alive.
Cycle, I can think of one game that had a day and night cycle before Oblivion, and that's fucking Warcraft 3, a game where it barely mattered at all. But to design every single NPC in every city with this day and night cycle, create quests around that, have them wander throughout the city talking to people at random, that really made the world feel alive. And rather than trying to remake all of that, I think it's the right call to just, like I said, keep the same engine.
Copy it!
You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
I hate books.
The Oblivion Remaster / remake is essentially a fresh coat of paint on a classic muscle car. You know, that car's never gonna go out of style. I really didn't expect them to return to the Radiant AI. I honestly thought they would create some brand new, inferior system of NPCs such that it wouldn't feel as alive as it used to. So, with a brand new engine, and if they're trying to appeal to a younger, more modern audience, which most remakes try to do, then I see no world in which Oblivion can truly be remade.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, modern audience. You're thinking it, I'm thinking it. The body type 1, body type 2. Right away, I want to say, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't really care much about body type 1 or 2. Because they didn't change anything else really in the game. They just did that one. But I also want to say that I do feel that those big companies do feel pressured into changing female male to body type 1 and body type 2. I believe that's why they did it. I think it's because they don't want to lose sponsors and shit. That's my belief. Now, if you heard about Nexus mods, though, you have probably seen the discourse when the game came out that whenever someone made a mod that made it back to female male, they instantly banned it. And that happened a few times, and there was a lot of outrage. But now that one, I think Nexus mods, that Nexus mods is deleting mods, is absolutely censorship. And absolutely with that one, I did not agree. Not at all. Mommy. What the fuck? Bro, time and place. Either way, bro, did you just donate $50? Very happy, Steen. Donated $50. Get Oblivion with this money? Brother! I guess I'll have to. Thank you. Oh my god. Either way, what I was saying is Nexus mods was absolutely just censoring, and I am against censorship generally. Thankfully, because of the outrage, Nexus mod finally caved in and released a statement saying, yeah, okay, we realized we shouldn't actually comment on all of this. We have reinstated the mods, bleep, bloop, blop. You know? So, good, they caved in. F them. Because you are a mod page. You're not supposed to be advocating for social issues. Like, if the mod, not the mods, well, the mods on the mod page, the mods of Nexus mods, the admins of Nexus mods wanna do that, they should use their own private accounts and not do it. Like, not use the platform that's not for that. But yeah, I digress.
I'm happy to live in that world. I can't tell you how impressed I really am by this remaster. And I am so happy that I have never been more wrong about something in my entire life. That's the most impressive thing about the remaster, is I honestly expected to have way more criticisms and complaints about super specific niche things that like me and only 6 other people care about, but they've nailed every detail. And the most important thing the Oblivion Remaster has done is make you feel like you played it brand new, the same way you did.
There he is! There he is! I think he looks great. As in, he still looks cursed. He looked cursed before, he still looks cursed now.
Years ago. That was the goal, that was the vision of Todd Howard and his team, and they delivered on it. Todd Howard, you have done it again. You have managed to sell more versions of your games than actual games themselves. I could not be happier with the Oblivion
Todd
Remaster.
Howard.
I'm going to be streaming it soon. What are your thoughts and opinions on the Oblivion Remaster? And tell me what questline you're excited to play first. Gotta save the Dark Brotherhood, man. That shit's too good. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.
I gotta play it
download
myself.
and play Once Human today for free. All right, everyone. That's all I got for today. This is the Actman signing out.
Here's the link.
You have the hands of a healer.
Stop! Todd.
You better play it. Oh my god, it seems so funny. Oh my god, all the jankiness, all the interactions, it seems so funny. Oh my lord, man. Yeah. Seems like a great game, man. And seems like a good way to get into Elder Scrolls, I feel. Can we watch some Oblivion Jacob? Kitsu heals with stab wounds. Yeah, that's true. Either way, thanks for watching, YouTube. If you want me to play Oblivion, I don't know. Type that in the comments. Yes. Bye.